Welcome back. Today, we're going to try to make music on Scratch. The objectives of our game are to make our character sing and make our own beats with our own rhythms. Have your sprites make their own tunes. Let's get started by choosing our character, which is an instrument. You can do this by clicking on the sprite icon on the bottom right and picking the ones you like. I chose a saxophone. You can choose whatever you'd like. To make our character sing, we know we have to use blocks from the sounds category. Grab the Play Sound Until block from Sounds. This will vary based on the sprite you choose. This will play out your notes separately. If you'd like to play chords, then you would choose the Start Sound block and group whatever notes you'd like and play them together. Try testing out both and make chords and notes you like. That's all for making music. We're going to move on to the next game. Now we're going to try to make the Flappy Bird on Scratch. The objectives of our game are to choose a character, set up edge and bar sprites, code the stage, code the bird, and code the bars. Let's get started by choosing our character and our backdrop. You can do this by clicking on the sprite icon and backdrop icon on the bottom right and picking the ones you like. I chose a toucan and a farm. You can choose what you'd like. Draw the bars and edge. Make sure the bars are longer than the screen and that the edge goes from top to bottom and that they are centered. To set up the edge sprite, set the X value to -190 and the Y value to a position where the shape is touching both the top and bottom of the screen. Similarly, to set up the bars sprite, set the Y value to 80. Adjust your drawing so that there's no space between the bar and the bottom of the screen. You can repeat it for the Y value of -80. First, we make a losing screen by adding a backdrop and text saying, "You died." Then we make two variables, lives and points. When the game begins, we want the backdrop to be our original one and initialize lives to 1 and points to 0. Then, an if statement can be added so that when the player loses lives, the losing screen is displayed. The if statements must always be in a forever loop. For the bird, first, we reset the bird's visibility so that the bird shows and location is set with X value at -150 at the start of the game. Then, in a forever loop, gravity can be mimicked by changing the Y value by -3. The space key is used to make the parrot go up, so using an if statement, flying upward can be mimicked by changing the Y value by 10. You can use an if-else statement and change costumes if the spacebar is pressed. If the bird touches the bars, the lives variable goes down by 1, and the sprite needs to be hidden, and the losing screen is displayed. You can add a bird sound when the bird touched the bars. For our bars, first, we reset the bar's visibility so that it is visible, and the location is set with an X value at 250 at the start of the game. Our Y value can be anything between -80 and 80 as we checked before. Then, in a forever loop, move the bars by changing the X value by 3. Use an if statement to reset the bar and add a point when it reaches the edge sprite. Use another if statement to end the game when lives are 0. The bar's sprite needs to be hidden because the losing screen will be displayed. Your game should look something like this. I hope all that made sense. That's all for today. I'll see you in the next lesson.